Jason Rzucidlo reporting inside the Livonia City Hall for the Flooded Basement Forum. Stay tuned for interviews with people who were affected by last week's storm.
That I'm trying to present a realistic way that not only in Livonia, but everywhere it works in terms of whether claims are honored or whether they're partially honored or they're not honored at all. Because many of you have started the process of restoration of your basements.
So explain to me, how much water did you get in your basement?
I have a crawl space, and I had a foot of water in the crawl space. And I found that on Friday, but it has since gone down. But I still have damage to the items in my basement, and I need to rip out some insulation I had in the floorboards, and I need to replace my plastic vents.
That was my next question. What do you have that was damaged? Anything valuable?
Yeah, it's going to be a hit for my finances to get a loan to make some replacement to parts of the furnace vents that are not made out of metal.
Now, obviously, you came to the public forum today. What did you hope to accomplish here?
Just to find out what resources are available in recovering from my losses.
Does it sound like the city or the county will be helping you out at all?
Well, I think we're all in a bit of a hole here, so they can only help us so much, and we have to be motivated to do the rest.
And if you had a chance to speak up there, what would you tell them?
Can't there be any more loopholes we could manipulate? It seems like the restrictions are made against us. They make it very difficult for a homeowner to get the help that they need to recover from their losses.
Any other comments here today?
I hope that people don't become discouraged. I would urge everyone, just keep your head up, keep going, don't give up. Because the quicker you make the repairs on your property, the less damage from mold you're going to suffer. My biggest concern for myself is mold on my property, and for my neighbors, I'm worried that mold will destroy their properties. Because if neighbors let their properties deteriorate, it's going to affect the property values of everyone around them. So please don't give up, keep going, and it's going to get better.
Best of luck to you. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you for meeting with me.
Other department heads would like to talk with. What we would like to do is to try to set the stage for what we think is the reason that many people are feeling less than positive about what happened to you on May 25.
So you're here at the public forum. What did you hope to get out of it today?
Well, everybody's looking for financial relief, but I really wanted to know what happened. I lived in my house for 15 years, absolutely no water, neighbors 50 years, and I know they said that we were overwhelmed by rainfall, but I'm hard-pressed to believe that this has been a record rainfall over the last 15 years. I believe there's some issues that need to be resolved, and if not, I mean, the mayor needs to tell us not to refinish our basements. If this is something that is just we're going to have to live with, he may want to tell people in Livonia, do not refinish your basements at your own risk.
I'm just worried about the mold growth. I'm making sure that we get that all cleaned up and it's a healthy environment. You know, two of our boys had their bedroom in the basement, and of course they lost their mattresses, box spring, clothes, couch, sofas, TVs, that kind of stuff, appliances. So we're lucky we got our furnace going and our hot water tank, but unfortunately refrigerator went. So that's what I'm worried about, some health issues. And like I said, we use our basement a lot, like a family room, and we just want to make sure nothing happens again.
So about how many inches of water did you get?
We had about 15 inches.
10 to 15,
yeah.
depending on the pitch.
Yeah, and it came up so fast. We did have time to, we started bailing and we started bringing everything up as far as we could, as much as we could, my sons and us. And it just came up so fast, we just had to stop.
It wasn't a gradual incident.
And
and it happened very, very fast.
Yeah. And we took the next day off of work, they did, him and my son, and they just bought 2 pumps and had the pumps going to pump it all out the back.
Does it sound like the city is helping you at all, or no?
I will say that the city did promptly put on their website, the claim forms, special pickup Saturday and Sunday. He was right at 7 o'clock in the morning. There was waste management out there picking up everything we had on our boulevards. And believe me, people had things 12 feet high on their boulevards all over the neighborhood. And they did say, seniors could call this number, and the rec center was open. So I will say they responded. Now, was it their fault, the water department's fault, sewage system? I don't know whose fault it is,
No, it's an unprecedented circumstance for the city as well. But, I'd really like to find out why in 15 years, and I'm sure in the past 15 years we've had some heavy rainfall, why it was so different this time.
We don't want it to happen again.
And I don't want to refinish my basement unless...
Yeah. And our house backs up to the park, so the Heinz Park always floods. And we're aware of that, that is a flood basin, so we never anticipated having water in our basement. So